Here we are in our new video, our part 3. Really, this is part 3, is selling to the unsellable. And we're dealing with a mafia that we've never seen before. It's freaking outrageously grotesque. And they do not care about you. They don't care about you. They don't care if you succeed. They don't. The most challenging part about this is getting you to understand how evil this shit is. It's like, well, what do you mean? She looks so hot. She looks so pretty. What the fuck is wrong with you? Pretending to be. They're pretending to be all these things. Get up here. They're pretending to be nice. Anyone who never has a feeling of negativity is someone you do not want to trust. That means they're not up to shit. If someone tells you they're a Democrat and they're against Trump, you know they're the fucking devil. If someone is against Trump, then you know they're the fucking devil. If they tell you they voted for Biden, they're the fucking devil. If they're supporting Donald Trump, then they are up to the right shit. And this nasty women that you all think are so hot and so seductive build their platform off of their spread eagle legs and manipulation tactics that stems all the way from Kamala Harris and goes all the way down to the nastiest homeless woman there is. While you men at the top have the worst. The women of Hollywood are the most notorious mafia in history of sickness. Because you can't see the truth of what's actually going on. And the only thing they care about is their hair, their makeup, and their wet vagina juices that never gets satisfied. Why do they never get satisfied? Because they're fucking mentally ill. So it's like Tom Brady's over there, and then George Clooney's over there, and they want a piece of that, 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 they want a piece of all that shit. And then in each of those men's minds, they're going to try to plant that they're the seduction one that man wants to take home. He may or may not be with someone else or married to someone else. Meanwhile, she's going to flirt with another woman or man to make him jealous or entice him to taking her home. It's like bullshit. So now that you're sort of self-aware about the unsellable, now what? But we're only going to talk a little bit about you having the opportunity and your choices to do action. No, this isn't a movie. This is real life. Although this is the movie, but you can step out of the movie and take a look at it as the real life version of nasty. She's a bad person. So it's like camaraderie. I'm your friend. I agree. She's a bad person. I know. Isn't she terrible? Let's stew and stir and gossip. Accepting someone, agreeing someone, and acting as if you're their friend will put you in good graces with them, which then gets you a like, follow, or an advancement for them to overpower your mentality while you turn away from your husband. I feel good as they really lie to your face to make you mad. So you've uncovered all this shit that they're up to, and they tell you that she's a bad person. Do bad to her because she's bad. Do bad to him because look what he's done to you. True, you have done bad things to me, but that's none of your concern. It's none of your fucking concern, the relationship between this person and me. Your concern should be solely focused on your goddamn selves. And that's what's wrong with the internet in a nutshell. So while you're angry about being abused and all the other horrible things they're doing, they tell you how good they feel. I feel good as they lie to make you angry. So you're telling them what they're doing or what they've done. You're blocking their attempt at their seduction. It's like that person you're standing in front of that's laughing when you're telling them of the horrors to try to get you to laugh it off. Like Kamala Harris laughing in your face is that person telling you that she feels good to make you angry. Force feelings of uplift to party. We're joy and happiness. This is for Hollywood. We're feeling joy and happiness. Joy and happiness. Uplift when you're obviously in destitute. Take a look at how hot she is in that fancy backdrop of Maldives. While you're being infiltrated by unseen forces of energy, because you've never been to Maldives. You can't even say it. You don't even know where it is. But some man's paying her way to get her to Maldives. So she's not only bragging to you, she's trying to confuse you, trying to make you forget and distract you by a backdrop while she wears a cute, fancy, sexy outfit. Whatever she's trying to create. Well, today I feel like feeling sexy. Today I feel like feeling happy. Today I feel like feeling this. So I'm going to make this video and feel that. Make it all up instead of living in reality. That's called delusion. Videos of a coy plot behavior. Whatever do you mean? A little juicy juice? So you're over there feeling really angry and she's totally disregarding and disrespecting you. That's a ploy. She's over there disrespecting you, telling you she's respecting you. Clearly she's not respecting you. To where she then coy plots in her behavior with videos and with purposeful photos so that she can feel good about herself from the rest of you. So all the followers and fans, look how hot she is. Wow, it's Gary Vaynerchuk's most valuable investment is a Persian. A perfect Persian, she said. Reminding you that this is a mafia. Not that I like to gossip, but okay, I do like to gossip. Gary Vaynerchuk just posted a picture and so did Monovan. Never ever did it get off the ground because nobody likes Persians or Middle Easterns in this country. And specifically, they freaking cannot stand Monovan. It's the anyone but you person. Anything she can do to get attention, to feel joy inside is attention. She'll even go look at babies' videos where they're laughing and the mother says, "Let me just leave you right here. Will you watch my kid?" And they'll steal a baby's joy, which means a mother is putting their child at the risk of a dangerous criminal named Monovan. That's why children are so more advanced than you, because they've had to learn how to protect themselves without a mother's protection. So that's child abuse. Not me. Yeah, you bitch. Even if you take the baby down and where you're not showing Sutter's face anymore, too fucking late, bitch. That baby's mine. Cute outfit, hair and makeup. Ways to redeem their joy and happiness by letting you experience low self-esteem, jealousy. So you're feeling pissed off. This is gaslighting too, by the way. They purposely post this shit. Monovan will purposely post this shit. When I've made these videos, and she will this weekend post some shit to look a certain way to her fans and followers, knowing that she's watching my shit, to where she'll post pictures of herself erotically with her legs spread, plotting behavior, while she's getting you to think she's feeling good, think she's tries to get in like cahoots with you, while she backstabs you, all attached to feelings of what she's trying to get you to feel so she can control how you feel. Because then you'll forget and forgive for what she's done. While she does an erotic pose. Or a demon pose, or whatever stupid ass shit that they're up to. Anger towards Gary for doing nothing. So they plant stories in your head that might or might not be true. And then plant physical attacks on you to make you angry, but you won't know they're physical attacks. They might be headaches. They might be tired feelings. You'll feel drained. It's called energy vampiring. It's based off watching videos. They get lifted up by your dissatisfaction in life. Be an empath. Go be an empath, but you ain't going to empath me, bitch. It's not an honor to be an empath. It's called an energy vampire. This younger generation is the least spiritual generation in history. Their generation is a generation of devil worship. Kamala Harris. Forced laughter. So it's watching her laugh and then laughing with her. But she has bad intentions. She wants to lift up the group, but her intention is to get a vote, to destroy the planet. To get you to relax, to trust in her. Your brain should be fried at this point. Then they have a strategy of a comeback. Like always the strategy of the comeback. Like Paris Hilton, what's the comeback? Is having a kid? Getting married? You're self-aware of these things, but these are forced on you to accept this, is where we're going with this. These are all things to pretend to be something to get you to agree to their behavior. You might be in a relationship that you're in your world. You're in your own little world. And then now you're watching them do this thing in their world, but it looks like a certain way because they're literally looking at videos. You're looking at videos. So you're watching only pieces of their existence. So it makes it look a certain way. And then they just say, okay, you're pissing me off. Okay. Totally disregarding every form of your humanity. They even pretend to be other people in your mind's eye of like, well, planting ideas in heads of other people that aren't real, which is then a confusion game of mistrust and lack of direction while they say, I'm rich. So? Because people don't base life off of who people are anymore. They base it off of status, looks, how many followers, and what you can do for them. And you're a peon in a fucking small town with Dean running around and all this shit. And your mother's a psycho bitch. She's on film seeing what kind of mother she was to you, which means we know what kind of mother you are to Dean. No regard for the youth. And then say, I'm a great mom. If you say so. But Dean is the judge of that. And he says you're not. He says you're evil. So even though they look like they're having fun, they're actually not having fun because they're just making the best of a situation. Just like when you said that your parents were evil. These parents are the same parents because they were all raised by those people. The strategy of comeback would be like photos and videos to get a rise out of the audience to either bring pain, acceptance. When you don't accept that shit, No, I'm telling you, you don't actually accept it, but they're forcing you to accept it. Repetition. Then they want recognition, which would be all the galas and events where they're standing on a stage, praising each other, praising themselves. They've got the Bad Bitch Academy. My Comeback is her Bad Bitch Academy, which is crime. Then with arousal attempts to gaslight, which is laughter at someone's pain. Gaslighting is someone crying on a platform and you not feeling emotion. That's literally clear through and through that it's emotional. And you hired a bot and then you community guidelines them. And then you post a picture of yourself with Gary Vaynerchuk in your newsfeed. And then he goes onto a platform to cry about something. And then you say that Mona Van makes him happy. You're all gaslighters. And then you are the gaslighters because you say, oh, that's sweet. So you as the audience are just as guilty. Well, who cares? I don't want to be bothered. Well, then get the fuck off the fucking platform. 3 steps to Bad Bitch Academy. Look hot, catch a cab, dance. Want for anything except the state of peace. They want to torture people slowly. They like to torture us. So you're watching Paris Hilton torture a child. Nobody's willing to stand up for Phoenix but me. While they tell Phoenix that he's neither girl or boy. The fact that you are a TRANY supporter tells everything about what kind of parents you all are. Constant digs, one-liners, abusive posting, uplifting content, and always turning your back on the real concerns and problems. Laughter, erotica, of creepy, and then never correcting the bad behavior when you're the adult and they're the child, because your reputation is more important than real actual education. And nobody can see the reality of it. They don't want real people to produce content. They don't want comments. They don't watch. They don't follow. Squawk box laughs. Oh, here we go. Don't produce content. Don't comment. Don't watch. Don't follow. Squawk box laughs. That's news media. Highs and lows, ups and downs, pushing everyone all over the place, and then everyone just like trying to barrel down the middle like The View and act as if your voice and opinion even matter. You're a bunch of morons. To them, this is a sport game. To me, this is reality of existence, that we're at the end of the end. Like, this is it. So nothing to do with the Green New Deal and global warming. This has everything to do with the fact that you all are fucking sick as fuck. This is why the dinosaurs were destroyed, is because the mentality turned vile and vicious. T-Rex was too fucking evil, and then you created worse. Constant, in your face, you can relax with me, and then they attack. Always trying to win and win viciously. Compliments they don't mean to get you to like them and to approve. So it's always like uplifting. You look great, good, love, yes, absolutely, yes, that's great, it's great, that's great, that's great, that's great. That doesn't get results. I can help you, but they don't actually mean it. Digs that once were like, so what? Now have vicious intent. Forced appreciative likes. So you accidentally like something because they force you, because that's their meditation of manifestation. Or they gaslight you to type into the comment section and you're fucking viciously angry, and then they block you, or they hire the bots, which are obvious bots, to cause excitement on their platform. That's all for Paris Hilton. It's all for Mona Van. Although Mona Van likes to keep it like clean energy, she calls it, which means she doesn't live a real life. Excitement over views. They are also being controlled. They are also being controlled, by the way. The difference is they're getting a benefit out of it. So in the old days, it used to be the dentist who taught you how to go to CEs and all that other shit, and then other people benefited. No, the only people benefiting in this sick-ass world is people like Mona Van and Paris Hilton's. They're getting the money, they're getting attention, but their attention is based off of nasty, horrible behavior. They don't know that's actually anxiety and sickness, and you can't explain it to them. Their life is anxiety and sickness, but you won't be able to explain it to them. That's how sick they are. They're in the long-term effects will show up when they're old and elderly and living in hell of eternity. And the addiction that is currently in their existence, they don't see it as addiction. And the SE actual push is always driving the cause and force of it. And if the world were actually to wake up to it, it would be completely fucking humiliating and embarrassing. And then that actually excites them if they get caught, because then they'll just roll out a sympathy plan. Content with wanting pain for the audience so that they can thrive. Attention, attention, attention. Kim Kardashian says what? The best form of attention is any attention, whether it's positive or negative. Clear in all of her content. Clear that she's a fraud fake. Common knowledge. It's common knowledge in their network that she's a fraud and a fake. But why, if she's a fraud and a fake, is nobody standing up to her ass except for me? We even had Kamala Harris invite her to the White House to talk about the reform, which really means reforming the internet and giving Kamala Harris tips on campaigning. Unprofessional interjections. Example would be a child, a little baby and a mother, or a child and a father, and then bringing sex between the two of them, and then teaching the child that that's actual parent love. That's not parent love, that's abuse. Addie McCracken tries to do that to Rustin, and Rustin says, I don't like it. You even see it on video. Heather Lamusa tries to do it to Tristan, and you see Tristan hitting. Same thing with Phoenix. And you as an audience don't see it. Because that's the underbelly of communism, is you're only seeing what you want to see or what they want you to see. Ever seen The Burbs with Tom Hanks? There's a neighbor that lives next door, and they are burning something underneath the building, and they take trash to the end of the street. If these people poop and pee like everybody else, how are they not feeling normal emotions like a regular human? Where does this bad behavior of like guilt and resentment, where do they put it? There's no fucking way any human on the planet is 100% all the time in positive mode. However, the display of their brand and image is that they are. And then they go on a podcast and pretend and say, I'm not always in a good mood. I have my ups and downs. And then they move on. Next question. Where does the trash go? Who picks it up? Like, is it the Wolf Club? Is it their team and their staff, and they pay them for money? I gotta check something. Then it's movies. Think about this. It's movies, affirmations, songs, and TikTok videos. And they're like Gary talks. I'm trying to think of one that Gary did. Blueberries. That's one of my most popular videos. The fact that none of you can see this shit, it means you're fucking stupid. Oh, example would be Mona Van sitting there rubbing the ring and her saying, I would never be in a relationship where a man wouldn't treat me right. I've been in those relationships before and I would never be in another one. And then rubbing her ring. But she's actually in one of those relationships. But that gives her power in her mind to act as if she's not in one of those kinds of relationships. So see the weaving in and out of nonsense. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. We're in such a great event of our brand and our image. That's evil, no. Okay, I see how, let's kiss in a picture so I can get validated again. I can support that. The mafia at work. Well, we're gonna need Gary Vee and Mona Van to do another kissing picture. We're gonna need him to post something about Mona Van. We need some action on the internet. It's getting too boring. Reminding you that I'm not getting paid. And he's paying Mona Van and taking her across the globe. Do you think that's gaslighting? We're only in this life as long as we're in this life. And time is wasting. And he's like, you got plenty of time. Is that gaslighting? Everything about his content at this point is nothing more than gaslighting because of the behavior of the out of integrities of the entire fucking internet. The entire fucking internet is fucking out of integrity. So everything you post is fucking nothing but gaslighting. Every uplift, every positive thing that you think you're trying to affirmate people on, fuck all of you. You're all fucking dumb as fuck because it's all fucking bullshit and you're all in cahoots with each other. It's a fucking mafia. How do you know is that they're all going to the same events at the same time? The business, collectively working to uplift others, so trending. So there's this new trend called demure. Now we're going to change the definition of demure. We're going to tell you that it's being humble and shy. No, what they did was they told you that it was cute. Demure is not cute. Demure is, it's not an elegant word. It's peaceful. It's like supposed to be, but the word and longevity of time frame was shyness and like living in your means. Like, it's not casual, but like relaxed. They made the definition to be cutesy to the point where they used the word. They wanted to brand the word. Change the definition and make the new definition where they're now going to put it in the Webster's dictionary to mean cutesy so that they can use it in elegance and rich land. Humble is the definition, and now they're changing demure to being a rich fucking bitch. They are basically performers. Not basically, they're performers. All of them, even Kamala Harris. And it's always this, great person, great performance, great song, great this, she's great, that's great, he's great, she's great, very great, so great. Here's their resume of all the greatness that they've ever done. That's so great. They're none of those things. They're fucking evil. They have nothing to fucking talk about, and everything they say is boring as shit. It's all brainwashing. They make up shit, and it clearly isn't real. Example, if you're an English teacher, you know that fucking demure. Alexa, what's the definition of demure?
Demure means acting in a classy, understated way. For example, I'm being very demure, very mindful. I've even stopped asking Alexa to fart.
And that was a plot. So that was actually gaslighting, but it's not, it doesn't mean anything to me. You might have been shocked by it. That's an example of the crew and what they're up to with your family and your existence. Moving on. They are basically sending out, there is no break with these people. Like, they don't stop because their lifestyle is abuse. And then all you fuckers who aren't on the internet are literally like, whatever do you mean? She's so hot. I can't believe you would do that to someone. I can't believe that. I can't afford that. What are you talking about? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. It's fucking true. The trending is a train with Jewish people on it from World War III, and then they put you in a gas chamber. So that's what the demure trend is. That's why the fart was at the end. That's your gas chamber. So thanks to Pookie and all you other pieces of shit who are literally exposing yourself. So thanks for that. We have examples of doctors who don't know the liver from the spleen, which is a fake pharmacist. So they are now using freedom of speech in an illogical way of freedom of speech. When you call them out on SEX, or when they call them out, period. So I'm calling out the dude who took the liver out instead of the spleen. Clearly, any doctor knows that if you take a liver out, you will not survive. And then they'll come up with a cover story if he took part of the liver out, or whatever dumbass shit. But this is a fucking huge fucking deal. What they'll do is they'll try to make the wife look like a bad person. So what we need is DeSantis to show up big on this one, because what the doctor already tried to do to me was try to tell me how much he loved me, to not get me to talk about this shit. Modern day justice is not justice. And you, lady, deserve justice on this one. Because what these women like to do is to turn what used to be good Americans and their old theory of America and turn us against each other by infiltrating your brain and making you come up with dumb ideas in your head that's not even fucking true. And so I stay away from every woman out there, and I hate all women. But I'm going to tell you right now, the old way that women used to operate is they would stand by a woman like that and fight the doctor and say, you're a piece of shit. And men would fight for the man who died as well. The way it works in Hollywood is it's men against women, and they get in cult-like clusters. And then their slave men like Obama support the women and use that nasty energy of cat-like shit to fuel nasty over innocent people. Example, Donald Trump. Then you have agreeers, which would be Gary Vaynerchuk, Adam Levine's, who just go along with it. Because there's consequences if you don't. which is me being blacklisted. And then where are we at? Then where are we at if everyone's blacklisted except for numbnuts like Obama and numbnuts like Monavan? You're all already fucking trying to whiff up some fish. So what they do when you call them out is they try to bring up sex. So they try to arouse you sexually. They try to bulldoze over you with my word is more important than yours, the view. They tell you how much they love you. They try to make you laugh. They show you the color white. They try to make you get confused and forget. They tell you how they don't care and they show no emotion. They say, why would you say that? Why? They try to play songs of seduction. They say, Kay. They say excuses like it's a WAR. And they say, clearly not real. And then they try to repeat that cycle until they get you to fold, which would be bring in sex again. And then rotate all those things that I just said. And then add in anything that you think is vulnerability. They'll even tell you they're a cop. They'll say that they're helping you. They'll say that they're exposing it. They'll say that I'm your friend. They'll have cheers for bad people. They'll use words like peace and good. Totally disregarding bad behavior. They say, I don't give a shit. And they say, dig deep and to find that thing that says, I don't give a shit, to promote the bad people. They'll say goofy stuff like, they'll say goofy shit to gaslight people. Like, if you see this, I want to wish you blessings. Implicative of his luxurious weekend. All implications of the underbelly of a Democrat system, of what they want you to think about demure living, of influence, while he stands next to a Persian with a diamond ring. Because when you host a Persian, you become that property of her. You're her property. You don't say shit against it, so you're her fucking property, so get the fuck out of here. You want to win in life? You want to win in life? You better learn to quit hanging out with people who don't want you to win. When he's talking about himself. That's the thing where you're trying to make yourself make up for your bad behavior. Well, you chose to do that. You chose to follow me. Don't have expectations. Those are gaslighting tactics. All not in what you say, it's how you behave, is it not? We have not seen each other in almost 3 years, so there ain't nothing between us. I don't see you doing shit. All I see you doing is wasting your time with the fucking Persian while she rubs her ring. Redefine success. Millions of dollars and a diamond. We all need, as 8 million people, to redefine to success. Okay, we need to. Great job. Thanks. Bye. Thanks. Bye. While he has $1 million hoe standing on his arm, chasing money. Wake up in a good mood to make it all okay. The judgment deployed hurts on self. Now I'm the victim. Take a breath. References to the demonic behavior that he's actually up to. You're trying as a form of validating you as the audience. Says who? Day trading attention. Have good intent, but they don't have good intent. They're fucking evil. Meaning he's telling you, you have good intent. No, you fucking don't. Every last one of you influencers on there only care about your fucking selves and your money. That's why she's out there barking. Love yourself. One day you're going to be somebody. You're somebody now. More validation for people who don't deserve any form of validation. Those are the type of people who all went viral overnight. And they're destroying our lives and displaying the worst humans we've ever seen in history, while doctors are degraded by fake pharmacists, and then the government's telling you, wow, let's bring him to the White House. Means it's our sign, folks, that the Kamala Harris regime is not protecting you, but you go for it. Go take your little happy vag nugget pill. Current results for 7 years. XOXOXOXO. That's a gaslight. Stop, please, no more. Yeah, this is all Gary Vee's content. He says results for 7 years might now take 8 because you're in your 7th year. Gaslighting. Carrot chaser. Then he'll say, have patience. Clearly we know that we are dealing with a mafia and he's involved in the mafia, yet he says, have patience. Happiness over fashion. Oh, excuse me. Happiness over flashiness, but Mona Van flashes her ring everywhere, and that's his fiance. So you're going to tell us happiness over flashiness and then imply that a Persian isn't flashy? That would be what? Fucking lie. And they're all doing the same fucking behavior to protect their own asses when they are hosting 45 million on their platform and fueling a fucking bitch to speak at VCon. And then tell you to have logics. No, you have fucking logics. Don't look at what I say. Look at what I do. And we definitely are doing both, Gary Vee, because it's very intertwined in both. Please don't leave me. Hard work and patience always lift up the scum. Always lifting up the scum. Hard work and patience. I'm a kind warrior, he says, as a death race for evil to succeed. Because you're not actually kind and you don't stand for shit, which means you're not a kind warrior. Using gratitude as a commodity to give himself energy so that Motivating can thrive on her platform. Believe in yourself. Are you in? No. Does it anyway. Are you in? I am not in. No. Decided already. That means he's not doing right by me. Means he makes his own decisions. That's enough. Because you all are literally doing the same thing non-stop. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same fucking thing, same fucking thing, same fucking thing. Yet there he goes again on another fucking event. Another fucking event so that him and his bitch can get another red carpet photograph. I said, no, I'm not in. And does it anyway. And then here comes the photo. All fake smiles, uplifting himself into thinking he's doing such a nice job. And then you, because he believes in it, he believes in that shit, he actually believes it. And then you as audience believe it. When I'm telling you that he's a fucking vile fucking criminal, and they all fucking are. I haven't seen you do E in any of your behavior, Gary Vee. You're a bunch of fucking fools is what you fucking are. Well, in the business, you got to be kind. And look at where it got me. Because this is the trained behavior of what the rich people have tried to subdue us. However, there's people that have broken through, like myself, who actually have value in existing like normal people, who are being abused. So not everybody succeeds and has a great life for people who deserve a great life. Do you understand? Because you didn't fight for it, but sometimes even the fight, you get murdered in the end, and some people died during World War II. Call it cynical, call it what you will. I'll call it the truth. Because if one person's sitting here telling you all this factual information, it's in your fucking face, and you're still showing up to a fucking Democrat rally, you got fucking problems. There's no reason why any citizen of this country could. Sis. The fact that you support that shit says everything about your mental status. Science is science, and life is based off science, not what a Persian who never went to college or people who've never gone to college or have an education think in their brain of how to manipulate people so that they can win and look cool doing it. A freeloader and a free rider of Shoo Choo who's trying to make money while he sits on a fucking stage in our country's U.S. Capitol. And it's like, well, I just really can't answer that right now. Well, I don't know. Isn't it funny how Gary Vaynerchuk has businesses in the worst places across the globe? Australia is fucking horror. Singapore is a fucking horror show. Saudi Arabia is a fucking horror show. Now he's going into China. So it tells you every fucking thing about what these motherfuckers are up to while they still smile on your face and say, watch what I do, not what I say. I am watching what you're doing. Oh yeah, don't say anything. We need Monovan to make more money. While everyone goes, well, we live in the land of the free and our democracy's at risk because we don't want law and order. We don't want you to have weapons either. Where children in Windsor, Georgia are being infiltrated by fuck-ups. They're fuck-ups. It's their fault. All across the globe, all across the country, high schoolers are the problem. And the only way to save you is Donald Trump. This is globally. All this shit that Kamala Harris is showing you is the end of, you're the generation that ends it all. Well, I want to get paid. I want to get paid. Get a fucking job, you sorry, lazy fucks. I like to be in control. Well, you learned that from Joe Biden and Obama. I like to cut hair. Good for you. I'm not going to sit all day and watch you fucking cut hair, you psycho bitch. Worst fucking people on the planet are fucking influencers, and the worst people on the planet are Democrats, and the worst people on the planet are fucking Hollywood. And that's all I have for that part of this. We've got more probably coming through, but that's all I got.